Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of God, the most benevolent, the most merciful. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. All praise due to the Lord of the worlds. Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim. May God guide us to the direct path. So, hello everyone. I'm a simple man who wants to give a simple talk that has deep implications. So, anyways. Alright. Alright. So, dear viewers, I am tired, very tired. But I had said that I would give this episode. And for some reason I find that now is the best time. I'll cut to the chase. Pretty much I was thinking about how world peace would look like. And then I was driving and I realized that so many people drive easily because they're just trying to get to their destination safely. You know, that means to me driving is a kind of prototype for world peace. I'm like, I could see this. I could see that how everybody is following, in some sense, a notion of yielding. Like, we can say that there's kind of like, we have rules for driving. We have rules for civilization. Every person is responsible for the vehicle they drive. Similarly, there's a global responsibility. Anyways, where I'm going with this is that there's something here, okay? You see, it's kind of like people who drive because they're trying to safely, again, get to their destination. The ego is not that important. In driving, you have to yield. Like, narcissists can't be good drivers. It's dangerous to be a narcissist and drive. One must yield. One must create room. One must care. It's like there's this mutual understanding, like, okay, what I do, you do. Like, there's a whole universe of, like, body language in driving. So when looking at world peace, we need common values that create common ground. We need people participating in reality. And we need maturity of the species. So anyways, guys, I mean, I pretty much finished the talk. The driving system is like a version of world peace. The issue is the absence of yielding. The issue is the lack of consideration. Even though driving is not a perfect and peaceful system, there's accidents, but in some sense, the protocol aligns that most human beings drive well. To me, the intelligence that it takes to drive a vehicle and to be able to do so with others, it's the same intelligence that it takes for a member of the species to be part of a species and in some sense to see if a peaceful world is possible. A peaceful world doesn't necessarily mean a sinless world. But it does mean we have revalued humans, so the context is different. Honestly, guys, I am maybe too tired to give this episode, but I just have to find what I have energy to talk about. Yeah, I mean, pretty much I said I would give a lecture on how driving system is similar to world peace. I felt like I'd kind of discovered a version of world peace, but what it is a tolerance and an attention to where we're going more than where we are. You see, a person that has to be somewhere, they are less angered by bad driving than somebody who in some sense doesn't have anywhere, right? It's as if when you drive to work, you have less of a concern of road rage, but when you're late to work, but then in some sense when you're going home, it's easy to get angry, right? Anyways, what I'm saying, it's like the anger can come any moment, but pretty much I'm saying like we got to kind of realize we're human beings driving in the human civilization, and this is where emotional intelligence has a value. Because we got to kind of realize what are the visible rules to being a human, what are the invisible rules to being a human. I have honestly wondered about life from many angles. And it has come to my attention that it's not designed to be understood by just an individual human. We're in the presence of a grander mystery. To truly be advanced human beings, what does it take? It has been a concern of mine for some time to wonder about the greatest, most advanced steps of the human race. And whether I compare world peace to like the driving system, right now I just know. Just like I know how far I see compared to my ancestors, I know that the future generations see further than me. And that fascinates me because their expectations are from worlds that I don't know. That it's like a being in the future, what would it expect from now? And it majorly depends on if the outcome of that reality is regretful or not. The human mind has an ability to associate in many ways. You can in one moment just be a human to yourself. And in one moment you can be a member of a noble species marching in the void to in some sense fulfill the great human legacy. And what's more fascinating is that there's even a system admin here. You see, this is going to be something cool to say. See guys, at some point I had to let go of my ego to realize that there are greater forces than my comprehension here. When you understand that truly, you relax. You know, there is a saying that they say, fear only God. Do not fear the creation, fear the creator. But if we consider the truly beyond nature of God, it's as if a character in a novel is saying God is just the novel, this novel. But in the Holy Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, all praise due to the Lord of the worlds. What does that mean? I want you to hilariously imagine your ego is acting like the Lord of its world. God is a term for the power that we find ourselves present in. You see, I may not be in like a way where I can talk to God, or even like there was some guy who said conversations with God. To me, God, this might sound bizarre, but God doesn't need to speak the human language. In the holy books, it says man needs God. God doesn't need man, but God has created man so man can express the divine attributes of manifestation. So, we as human beings present in the world, with our eyes open, wondering about it all, we need to initiate new global cultures of collective honor. Like if you ask the average man, even you who's listening, if I ask you, where do you get your honor from? Let's say like honor is like water. You need water throughout the day. The soul needs honor to in some sense express. You get your honor for like, I don't know, doing things for your future self. You get your honor from your species, from your world, and the system admin. To me, I honor myself by like, making a protein shake. I honor my species by giving a lecture. I honor my world. If, like, imagine this hasn't happened, but I'm imagining, like, if I walk into a forest and suddenly birds and squirrels and like animals come near me and they feel safe or something. That's like an honor from your world. The world is accepting you. But the point is that the world and what's in it doesn't need actually its own acceptance. It needs the system admin. You understand? The system admin is the secret. God is like people. How do I say it? God is like worshiping a secret, you know? Sorry, I shouldn't say worshiping a secret, but I should say it that the soul is the secret of God, and if the soul is the secret of God, the worshipper is in some sense anyways a simulation of the source. How do you as a human being value this reality? How do you walk forth? What do you care for? What moves you? And at the end of the day, how do you feel you left the day before you log into it in the next day? Sometimes, I used to dislike thunder strikes, thunderstorms, but now I realize, the sudden entrance of miracles in the in the realm of humanity is, I'm waiting for miracles that are late, hilariously. Anyways, guys, I gotta apologize. I can't take this lecture any further. But think about the idea of how the driving system is a prototype for world peace. I felt like I've discovered something there. Anyways, aside from that, just the task is you as a human being wonder about the position of reality, your position in it, and in some sense, how does everything go forth? Thank you for listening. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of God, the most benevolent, the most merciful. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. All praise to the Lord of the worlds. Rabbir Firli. May God forgive us for the mistakes we know and we don't know. A'udhu billah shaitan rajim. May God protect us from the cursed one and from ignorance. Ihdina sirat al-mustaqim. May God guide us to the direct path. Thank you for listening. Sorry this episode was a short one, but I'll make it up with the other ones. Thank you.